because, you know, if 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 or 15, 20 of the 2 million shipped out Switches have some slight defects, that means all 2 million, and every Switch here on forth will have defects, and the launch is a failure, right? Right? That's what everyone's calling it. You know, it doesn't matter that, you know, the Switch, both in America and in several parts of Europe, and in Australia and New Zealand, had the biggest launch ever for a Nintendo system, and Breath of the Wild in all those territories as well was the best selling launch game for a Nintendo system in history, beating out Super Mario Bros. For the NES, beating out Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, beating out Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64, beating out Twilight Princess for the Wii. The previous record holder for best launch was the Wii, of course, but no, you know, over 1 million gamers and Nintendo fans happy with the system. You know, Breath of the Wild getting 10s out of 10s, you know, quite obviously going to be Game of the Year this year, you know, and, you know, Nintendo's profits up. No, because there's a few defects for a few systems here and there, like there is for every single electronic in history, that means it's a failed launch. Really? I mean, come on, this is just getting ridiculous. Nintendo themselves, right here, says the Switch Joy-Con replacement repair requests are not significant, and they're consistent with any new hardware. This is off of Go Nintendo. Like always, I get a lot of Nintendo news from them, so credit to them. But we can scroll down here. I believe it was actually Reggie that said it. In a statement to Time, Nintendo says the number of Joy-Con replacement or repair requests received is not significant and is consistent with what we've seen for any new hardware we have launched. It was the same thing with the Wii. With the Wii, there was a couple Wii remotes out there in the wild that just were a little faulty. It happens. It's technology. It's not 100% accurate. You know, we even have analysts right here. Analysts are expecting it to ship 8 million by Q1 2018, but they say the Joy-Con and the screen issues are overblown. This one, the CEO of a consultancy firm Canton Games, he said the Joy-Con syncing issue is overblown. Just like Apple's Bendgate a while back, the screen of death is a known problem for all types of consoles, especially the first versions. It's not a mass phenomenon. You have all these people, especially here on YouTube, that's a big offender of it right then and there, is they're sharing the same couple videos because there are people out there in the wild that either have defective Switches or they are not treating their Switches properly. How is anyone scratching their screens? I have not scratched my Switch screen at all from taking it in and out of the dock, and I can guarantee you I've probably taken it in and out of the dock more than all these other people combined that are saying they have defects. I've taken it in and out of the dock at least 50 times since launch. I've taken it to multiple friends' house. I've taken it out and about town, to the mall. You know, there's been times where I wanted to watch something on TV but still lay down on the couch and play my game. You know, I took it out for that. You know, I have done that, and I have not had a single, not even the tiniest nick or scratch or anything on my Switch. Neither has anyone else I know. So how is everyone getting that problem? My Joy-Cons work perfectly fine. They work perfectly. They sync perfectly, and I love them. Here we got IGN going further. You know, even IGN says gaming system launches typically have a fair share of problems. See the Xbox One's disk drive malfunction and PlayStation 4's blue blinking light. So see, they're all at fault for it. Why? And I'm not going to say, oh look, Sony did blah blah. But what I am saying is, you know what they're all in common? They're all pieces of electronics. They are all technology. Electronics, they are faulty by design. They're not 100% perfect, especially when things are mass produced. There's always a few here and there in the wild that have issues. It's just commonplace. Would it be a perfect world if there was no issues to all of these systems? Absolutely, that'd be amazing. But unfortunately, it's not. It's not how it is. It just isn't. People aren't understanding that. They think because there's a couple of YouTube videos, especially the one famous one showing all the defects and shit, They think, oh, that means all 2 million shipped in March are bad. And it's like, no. No, I can tell you from experience. From experience, I've probably put, God, over 40, 50 hours into Zelda already. Lots of Bomberman 1-2 Switch, Fast RMX, Blaster Master just came out. I've been playing all those games. Freaking amazing. Snipper clips, have not had a single issue. I have not had a Joy-Con issue. I've not had a scratching issue. I've not had graphics issues. I've not had dead pixels. I've not had anything, any issues of the sort. Am I saying that the people having issues are lying? No, there are going to be issues. But people are acting like the handful of issues means the whole shipment is going to have issues. And it's a failed launch. And that's just bullshit. You are flat out lying. I don't know why people are doing this, but I think it's just because, again, people see that sticker says Nintendo, and they just go, oh, well, then we got to find what's bad about it, because, Nintendo's, they're not one of the big boys. They're kiddie video game company. They're stuck in the past, and they got to be bad, when, again, PS4 had issues, Xbox One had issues, and they were never this overblown. What about back in the day, PS2? PS2 had failure rates up the wazoo, the early launch ones, because the DVD reader wore out the readers. Not only that, but Blockbuster and Family Video and a lot of other video stores back in the day used to put so many labels on there, and none of the companies would crack down on that, and it would fuck up the readers because the readers were so weak, and neither the video store chains nor Sony would replace people's broken PS2s. I had a broken PS2, and it could not be replaced. So, and this was back in 2001, 2002. So, take that for what it is. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. It happens. There's going to be some defects at a hardware launch. It's like that for everything in history. You know what I mean? Again, like, and also, I know it's taken me a couple days to comment on this, but the fact of the matter is, what have I been doing? I've been playing my games. That's what it boils down to. I bought this new system from Nintendo. I bought the games. You know what I've been doing? I've been playing the games. I have not been on internet forums or, Twitter comments or, YouTube videos or whatnot. I've not been on here talking because I've been too busy playing, because the games are just that good. Zelda is just that good. And that's what it boils down to. A lot of people nowadays will talk more about video games, whether it's negative or positive. They will do a lot more talking than they will playing. For every 2 hours of video games people play, they will spend another 10 hours making YouTube videos or going on to comment sections on IGN, Reddit, or whatever you will, and just complaining. You know what I mean? Are you really a gamer when all you're doing is talking about games? Don't get me wrong, guys. I love YouTube. I'm committed to my channel. I like bringing you guys content. But my primary hobby is gaming it up. And so that's why all this negativity surrounding the Switch's launch to me is overblown, because you want to know what? I've had no issues. All my friends and acquaintances and stuff have had no issues. We've all been playing our games, putting hours into Zelda and loving it. And I don't understand why people don't do that. There's many games to play on the PS4. There's many games to play on the PC. I can't really comment on the Xbox, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'm trying to figure out why people just are hating on Nintendo with the Switch so bad. I mean, is it just because people are scared that Breath of the Wild was so well received? I mean, are you scared that it's going to win Game of the Year at the VGAs this December? Are you that freaking scared? Like, if Zelda wins the Game of the Year, that doesn't make every other game that comes out this year bad. If Zelda wins Game of the Year over Horizon Zero Dawn, does that make Horizon a bad game? Hell no. I fucking love Horizon Zero Dawn. Just like I love Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's a title, guys. So if you really if you're salty over how good Zelda's doing and how good the Switch actually is doing for Nintendo, don't be. Just play your games. Play your Switch, play your PS4, play your Xbox, your PC, play your mobile games, whatever. Be more positive and stop doing this. Stop acting like everything is wrong when It's not. It's just not. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say about this. You know, I've already gone on long enough. Now I know people are going to be like, "Oh, this is reassurance. You're in denial. You're a fanboy. Blah blah blah." You know, if you comment with that, that means you have no argument against me. That means I win. Let's just be honest. Back up. Back up. Why? Like, literally, debate me in the comments. Tell me why the Switch failed as a launch. Tell me why the defects are really worse than any other electronic device in history. Tell me that. Just tell me why. Give me substantial evidence. Give me links. Give me facts. Don't give me links to a topic on GameFAQs or Reddit or NeoGAF or whatever. Don't give me that. Give me an actual evidence from actual, you know, electronic companies, actual paid reviewers. Give me stuff like that. You know, don't link me to that YouTube video that keeps going around either. You know, if you want to actually debate me and try to prove me wrong, debate me. Maturely debate me without swearing, without insulting, without calling me a fanboy, without any of that. And I will gladly debate you. But let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. The Switch, it's going to have an awesome year. PS4, it's going to have an awesome year. 3DS is going to have an awesome year. I don't know much what's going on with the PC and the mobile, but I know they're going to have an awesome year. So, I mean, come on, let's just all play our games and have a good time, you know? I'll catch you guys later.